Tanya and welcome back to the channel. Today I am back with another speed build and we are building a loft today. This is actually originally based on a suggestion I had gotten from somebody to build like a New York City inspired loft. And when I think of that, I think of industrial lofts to begin with, which I've done before, which is one of my favorite builds I've ever done. But I really wanted to do another loft, so I was looking at other styles online and I started going with the style, and then it just kind of changed. This is a colorful loft. It's a pretty modern style, but it has quite a bit of color. It's got a lot of yellow and purple in it, which I really enjoyed. And I had a blast with this build, and it actually ends up being a 1-bedroom, 2-bathroom home, but it could be easily 2 bedrooms because there's a gym downstairs, which could definitely be a 2nd bedroom instead of a gym. I just thought it would be nice to have a gym. I imagine there was only one sim living here, but you could, of course, change that if you wanted to. But anyway, this comes in at about 177,000 simoleons because it's not a cheap place. And I placed this on the Kasbah, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, gallery lot in the Arts District of San Myshuno. So it's where the museum used to be. So that's where you can place this if you want to download it off of the gallery. It should be up there now. If you search Griffy or the hashtag Miss Griffy, it should be called Colorful Loft probably. There's also information down below on how you can search it on the gallery, as well as just a download link to the gallery website if you'd prefer to download I almost said the game, the build that way. But anyway, this is pretty much the shape this is going to be. It's nothing too like extensive and complicated on the outside. I just wanted it to be like a simple blocky building that fit into the city pretty well. That would be really nice on the inside. That's kind of what I imagine when I think of lofts, because in real life, a lot of these buildings I feel like are a bunch of lofts in one, but it's just a big box. It's a big brick box. And then so I was just like, I can just make a big modern box, right? That works. And that's kind of what I went for. I didn't want it to be like crazy shapes because that kind of defeated the purpose of what I wanted the inside of the place to look like. So hopefully you guys are okay with that. I definitely have some more interesting shaped houses coming soon, which I'm excited to share. I have so many things I want to build. Oh my goodness. Also, for those of you wondering, the next part of my Let's Build of that A-frame should be out tomorrow. I'm going to be editing the footage sometime later tonight, so that should be out on Sunday. That's the goal anyway. And I'm really excited to share the next part of that and continue working on that build with you guys, because it's been a lot of fun so far, and I'm glad that everyone seems to be enjoying it. We're just figuring out the windows here. I do them staggered up the steps here. I'm not actually sure how I feel about that, but I thought it was a fun thing to try. And then under the stairs area down there, that's going to be the kitchen and dining room. And then right when you walk in is going to be the living room, which I think came out so fun. I really did start placing down very simple, like monochrome furniture. And then, oh boy, did it change when I placed down a bright yellow rug, and I was like, yes, this is exactly what I want in this build. So I was really excited that I happened to do that, because it's kind of cool how much a rug or a certain swatch can inspire how you decorate the rest of a room or the rest of a build even. So I was very excited to go ahead and grab that yellow rug, which we'll get to soon because we should be going inside, although we work on the kitchen first. But I had grabbed a yellow rug downstairs, which inspired me to grab like a yellow bed upstairs, which had purple in it, and then I was tying in purple everywhere, and it was just a good time. But this is me trying to figure out this kitchen area, and it has like this rounded island and these really modern cabinets and countertops, which I think came out pretty well. These big windows were a little bit of a struggle to work with, but I think we figured it out in the end. It's a little bit strange having such large windows, but I think it's also kind of nice and refreshing because I don't do modern houses that often. Although saying that, I'm working on 2. Actually, one of them is done. I just have some editing to do on it. And the other one, like I started weeks ago, like procrastinating, working on something else. I just really wanted to build a modern house. And so I started building out. They both have very similar color schemes though. Maybe I'll have to change up the one that's not done yet on the inside, but they're very different shapes, like crazy different shapes and in different like environments. They just have a similar color palette because I definitely have a preference for modern color palettes. Hopefully I can change that. But I decided to use these wall dividers under the stairs that came with City Living. There's a variety of them that also came with Get Famous, but I thought that would be a nice way to divide the space. I also had wanted to put a grand piano under the stairs. I thought it would fit the space well and it would be really, really nice. And like just I just imagine the music like echoing off the walls in this loft because it does have an open loft space upstairs. So the ceilings are very tall here because I think the bottom level I have on the highest wall height and then the top level is on medium. So these are really high ceilings. So I think that would be a really pretty sound. But here I placed down this poster. I think this is from Cool Kitchen. And then I sized down a bunch of these little signs to kind of put a border on the top and bottom of it to anchor it in place a little bit better. And then added a couple of plants and stuff around in this area. Although I do change the colors of those later. I believe they end up being yellow or orange. Yes, yellow. Because I did bring a lot of yellow into this home with like the yellows and the purples. So I was very adamant about making that match. Even though I did like the like minty color we had before, I was definitely trying to go for a strong yellow color scheme, which we didn't even establish yet at this point. I just thought those looked better. And oh boy, I love the yellow rug I'm going to place down. I don't think we've done that yet, but it looks good. I'm like tooting my own horn, but like I never use yellow, and it was just really nice to do so because I think it's such a fun, bright, happy color. And since it's not something I use that often, it's always a little bit refreshing to do that. So definitely always looking to do new color schemes, especially with stuff like this where you can just do like a pop of color in different areas. I don't think I did it in a way that makes it too overwhelming, hopefully, because all of the walls stay like a pretty simple like white or like that sort of exposed brick that we have behind the dining area. But here we are placing down this giant rug from Fitness Stuff in yellow, which is just so pretty. I actually really love that stuff pack. I don't care so much about the like actual fitness machines we got with it, but the items are so pretty. I would highly recommend it just for like the decorative items in that pack. The rugs, oh my goodness, they are so nice. The couch, like the little like love seat thing they have. There's a bunch of really pretty items from that pack, and definitely some of my favorites. But here we are trying to place down this little L-shaped sofa, and then I add these chairs from Get Famous that are a little bit more of a mid-century style, as well as that coffee table, which I sized down. I do actually end up changing the color of it later because it has a swatch where the top and the bottom are white, but then the like fabric bit in the middle is purple, which worked out perfectly for what I was going for. But I didn't change that quite yet at this point. We're just adding some more paint around in this really high ceilinged room. And I decided the person that lived here had a cat, so I had to add some kind of cat tower or tree or something over there. And I believe at the very end of this video, I'm like, I didn't add food bowls. And so I go in and do that last minute. But I decided here on one side to have those dividers, but I thought it would be kind of cool if we had like a folding glass wall that you can close and open to divide those two spaces between the kitchen and the living area. And then I'm using the red shelf, which is the CC item that I use here, to place this on the table because I had sized down the table. So if I had placed it there, it would have snapped, but it would have been floating. If you're not familiar, that red shelf is a piece of CC that you can use to place things at more precise levels. I did a tutorial like a month or so ago that has like building tips and tricks that I go over how to use that, but it's a super helpful item and I would highly recommend, and it's linked down below where you can go ahead and download that if you'd like to try it out for yourself. But we are up in the bedroom now, and I had to use this bed from City Living. It has the bright yellow comforter, it has the purple pillows, and it brought so much color into this home. I feel like it just inspired the colors. Well, I mean, the rug downstairs inspired me to pick this bed, but then like the colors on this bed in addition to the yellow, they made the whole place pop. And I'm just really enjoying this color scheme. We actually ended up putting 2 different rugs under the bed, combining them. But first I'm going to try every single rug there is. I thought I cut this out, but I guess not. So you get to see my whole process here. So I end up having this like bright red, or not bright red, this like bright pink rug, and then this more like subdued one on top that's like a pinkish purple, and I thought that worked out pretty nicely, as well as this little kitty. I love the cat and dog succulents that we got from Cats and Dogs. I think they're so pretty. I wish we had more succulents though, because I think we just have those ones, and then like the ones that are hanging off that piece of wood in those little glass, are they called terrariums? I don't know what they're called. I have one of them at home. Like I own one of those, but I don't know what it's called. But I think those are really the only succulent like indoor plants that we have. I feel like we need more. I definitely want more. I also really want the plant that's on that bookcase I just placed down that was from that update we got a few weeks ago. I wish we had that plant separately because it's such a cute, simple plant. Like I want more things like that. And that would be such a nice item just to have and like plop on a bedside table or wherever. Oh, that would look nice in kitchens. I feel like you could be like, oh, this is whatever kind of herb or spice that I used in the kitchen. That'd be so cool. I want separated items so badly. Oh my goodness. And I feel like I've said this in every single video lately, but I can't wait for whatever the announcement is that we're going to get at some point. They haven't even announced that we're getting an announcement, but we have to have some kind of announcement before EA Play, right? Like, why else would they be flying out Simmers to LA if they weren't announcing something? Like, I want to know what we're getting. Also, I don't think I've mentioned this on YouTube. I announced it on Twitter, and I'm so excited. It's ridiculous. But I actually got invited to EA Play this year, so in June, I'll be going to LA and getting to play something, I assume, and meeting like people that make the game and a bunch of other Simmers, and I'm unbelievably excited and grateful, and it's just... I can't believe it. Like, I have not processed that information yet, and I'm just like super excited about it. So I just thought I would let you guys know, and also just thank you guys for all of your support all the time. It really means it means the world to me. I almost said it means the best to me. I don't know what that means. But that's just because I'm really excited. And when I get excited, I just stumble over my words. But we are just figuring out a couple of decorations down here, and I believe we add some paintings on the wall here in the kitchen. And I think I don't know what we work on next, but I do know that in the middle of working on this, I decided to go outside and just work on landscaping for a bit and then come back inside and finish the rest. I don't know why I did that, but sometimes it's okay. And here we are building a weird room in here to actually place the ceiling lights because I wanted them to be like double height ceiling lights. And I was having trouble placing them without making a room first, but I think it came out really nice. We have these like giant lights hanging down, and I think it looks so pretty. So I was really happy with how that came out, and I really liked adding those lights in the bedroom as well with the like the string lights that we got from, I want to say they were with the Diwali update. But then I added these shelves above the front door that has just some clutter on it. I thought it was more decorative clutter than anything, or like stuff you really don't need that often because how are you getting up there? But I thought it just looked kind of nice and filled in the space a little bit better. So we're just adding a couple of items up here. I believe we add a painting and some boxes and some more books. I just like adding clutter around. And I think when it's out of the way like that, it's nice. Like that's your storage space and it doesn't look bad because I feel like this place doesn't look like it would have a ton of clutter. It would have like a little bit. So I was happy to add that. But here we are lining the driveway area with bushes. I tend to like to have more structured gardens in modern homes. Although there is kind of a mixture because I also have some more like natural flower beds that we'll be adding here momentarily. But I did cut out a little bit of the landscaping because it took a while. This build in general took a while. I was having so much fun with it, but I didn't want this to be like a 25-30 minute video. And I know some of you guys are like, oh, that'd be fine. But I'm also like, how do I talk for 25 minutes? I mean, I've done it before, but it's definitely difficult. And I just keep repeating myself and saying the same thing like too many times. So like 15 to 18 is like my happy spot usually. So anyway, the outside has been painted. We also like put down this like really fake grass color, which I don't know if I've ever used. I feel like this is like the color grass you would use if you were making like a Barbie house, like a doll house, because they always have like a fake green grass, like it's too green. So I think that would be fun. I've also gotten a lot of suggestions lately to do like a Barbie doll house or dream house or something like that. I don't know if I will. I've done actually quite a few pink things in the last month or two. I'm actually not a fan of pink at all. So doing them, I feel like I do them more often than typically I would. I might eventually do some kind of Barbie build, but I know a lot of people have already done it, and there's a lot of very, very nice Barbie builds out there, particularly Deligracies. So like there's definitely Barbie content out there if you want that in your game, like some very seriously impressive Barbie stuff. And then up here, we're just adding a plant. I believe we also add a couple of cat beds throughout the home. I don't remember if that's on camera or not, but this is the outside balcony for the bedroom space. We end up just having some sofas in a little fire pit thing in the middle. So I thought that was nice, as well as an easel, because I did imagine that the sim that lives here is probably a designer of some sort. That's why she has like that little, or he or she has that little designing nook by the bathroom in the loft space. I thought that would be kind of cool, and maybe they enjoy some traditional art as well and do some painting on the side. So that was kind of the thought process behind that. But now we're going into the upstairs bathroom. I actually added laundry to this build, and not going to lie, the main reason I did that was because I wanted to use the yellow washer and dryer, because there was so much yellow in this build that I thought, ooh, yes, need to use that. So I was happy to go ahead and add laundry in this build. It should have everything you need, because you just need the washer and dryer and a clothes basket. So we did put a laundry basket in here, and so you have laundry, yay. And it's all contained in one room, so you get changed, all the laundry will just poof up into this basket into the bathroom, and it should all be good. The litter box ends up being in the downstairs bathroom, so you don't have to worry about cleaning that up here. And it's also one of the automatic, I wanted to say automated and automatic at the same time, so it's one of those, which I don't use that often, but I thought it was appropriate for this build. So that's in the downstairs bathroom, which we should be working on right after we finish this one. I just made it pretty simple. It has the exposed brick walls. We have kind of a concrete floor and a couple of decorations here and there. I believe we just added painting over here as well, and now we're in the downstairs bathroom, which there is the automated, I did it again, automated or automatic, what do I want to say? The automatic kitty litter is right there, and then there's just a sink area, and there's a shower here. There's not a shower tub combo, but there's a shower down here, and then there's the combo one upstairs. So if you end up having a toddler at some point or adopting a dog, you do have a place to bathe them. It's just going to be in the upstairs bathroom. And now we're moving on into the gym space. I wanted to place down a couple of pieces of workout equipment. I do imagine that the person that lives in this house is a designer or artist of some sort and spends a lot of time sitting in front of a screen. So it's nice to be a little bit of be a little active sometimes. So anyway, we are coming to the end of the video. I hope you guys did enjoy this. If you did, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. You can also subscribe to the channel if you have not already. I'd love to have you join us. And if you click that little bell, it'll turn on notifications so you'll be notified of every single time I upload a new video. Also, the download information for this build is down below if you'd like to download it for yourself. And I think that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all soon. Bye, everybody.